Hey YouTubers, welcome back to Desert Have a Garden. This weekend we are back at our high desert homestead and we have some really great news to share with you. This week the inspector from our county came out and inspected our basement hole and the way that we have it laid out, and he gave us the green light to go ahead and start the building process. So what we'll do is the first thing is the footers. So we actually hired a company that will be coming out and doing the concrete work. The reason for that, as opposed to doing it ourselves, is that we don't already have the concrete tools and supplies for forming and all of that. So once we started pricing out all the tools and materials we would need, we were getting really close to the quoted price from someone who was recommended to us by a friend. And so we decided to save ourselves on this part of the building process, and he will come out on Monday and start working on the footings. Now after the footings are finished down in the basement hole, we will call for another inspection, and then after that we can pour the entire foundation. Again, after the foundation is done, then we can start doing all the block work for the basement. So that's really exciting news for us to start breaking ground, if you will. But today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about trimming trees. So you can see some of these trees back here are looking a little neater than they were last time. And so what we do is called lollipopping a tree. So if you look at a regular tree, they're quite messy. And then what you can do is you trim up the bottom parts of the tree in order to get the top to look kind of like a lollipop. So we've had ongoing frustrations with some trees and how they're in our work area, and so we often will get caught up in them or scratched by them as we're walking by. So we've been taking today to lollipop a bunch of trees. So we'll walk around here to see if you can see a couple of them, and then that way it makes our work area much nicer. Now what isn't nicer is that we're left with big piles of branches, and so it's not always the best thing to have branches around. So we are looking into purchasing a wood chipper with our neighbors. It's kind of an expensive piece of equipment, but we have these big brush piles over here now. But the trees are looking much nicer and we will be able to work around them much better now. So we're actually taking a break right now because the chain came off the chainsaw for the second time today, but the trees are looking really nice. Now out here we usually have beautiful blue skies, but look at this. It almost looks like there's a storm starting to roll in. Some really cool clouds over there. So just wanted to share that with you. So anyways, when you are working on your homestead, it's a good idea to trim up trees that are going to be in your work area and maybe in your living area. So some advantages other than getting it out of the way is that it gives less cover for the local animals as well as guests that might come onto the property. So you have more visibility and you can see things approaching. There's less hiding space. So let me take you over to the untrimmed trees, and you can see how they kind of look brittle and messy. So that's about what our trees normally look like here. So there's quite a bit of a difference. It really just looks nicer having them all trimmed up. So that's what we're working on today. And if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe for more updates in the future, and we'll keep you updated with what's going on our homestead.